So one of the most common questions we get here is about negative gearing. But before we go into negative and positive gearing and which one's better, I think it's really important to define the actual word gearing. Now, gearing basically means the proportion of debt versus equity in an asset that you buy. Let me give you an example. If you bought a $500,000 property and you got a $400,000 loan, that means that you're geared at about 80%. Now, negative gearing, when you look at that word gearing and you say negatively geared property, that basically means that the expenses on that property, the interest and other costs are higher than the income you receive. So you're negatively geared. Positive geared, of course, is the opposite. Your income is higher than your expenses. Now, where it gets a little bit more interesting is when you look at how gearing actually works from a dollar perspective. You know, we call properties negatively geared, whether they're $1 negative or $100 negative, and same with positively geared properties. So when clients say to me that they want a negatively geared property or a positively geared property, the question I always ask is, well, how much? Because that is the key question. If it's $1 negative or $1 positive, obviously that's not going to be very big a difference. And whether it's negative or positively geared doesn't actually make a difference to that asset. The most important thing that we believe every client should do when they're buying an investment property is look at the quality of the asset first and its ability or its suitability for long-term growth, both in rental and in growth into the future. Then and only then should you look at the cash flow effect of that property, and that's where negative or positive gearing comes in. Now, one of the things to note, and one of the reasons most people like negative gearing, is because of the tax benefits associated with it that are much larger than a positively geared property. It's especially true when you buy new property. In fact, new property compared to an existing older property can be worth $4,000 or $5,000 or more sometimes in extra cash flow per annum for the investor. So I hope you got a little bit out of that and now understand a bit better what gearing means. If you've got any questions, please do let us know. Thank you very much.